Well, Democrats have criticized the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee for his handling of an investigation of the surveillance of President Trump. But now a senior member of the committee is stepping forward to defend the chairman. One America's John Hines has more from Washington.
House Intelligence Committee Chairman Devin Nunes has been the subject of calls, mainly by Democrats, for his resignation as chairman, or at least his recusal from any investigation into the Trump administration. But now a senior member of the committee, New York Congressman Pete King, says his Democratic colleagues are overreacting.
People who aren't on the committee, people who have no knowledge at all of what's going on, both in the House and the Senate, saying that Devin Nunes should step aside somehow because they say he has a bias. Well, then in that case, most of the Democrats on the Intelligence Committee would have to get off because they're already talking about what could have gone on with Russia. And they've certainly shown that they believe something was wrong. So if they believe that now, then they shouldn't be on the committee. The fact is, all of us have preconceptions. My preconception, I think, from what I've seen so far, that there was no collusion between the Trump campaign and the Russians.
So there's been no collusion between the Trump administration and Russia, and it appears, says King, that for whatever reason, confidential information about several American citizens, including some members of the Trump transition, was shared with the Obama administration.
People who were being monitored were not in the Trump campaign. These would be two foreigners talking to each other. But those two foreigners were talking about people in the Trump transition, perhaps even the president-elect himself at the time, and people close to the president-elect. So it was anything involving them, it appeared, was not just taken out, but taken out and then disseminated into the intelligence community, to including people in the Obama White House. And again, this is information like who they were talking to, any information that this would be two people talking about, oh, I met so-and-so on the transition team.
And so it appears, as the president has asserted, that information about transition committee members may have been shared with the Obama administration. And King says Nunes is in a tough spot because he needs information from intelligence sources while maintaining confidentiality.
Basically, he wants to get to the bottom of it himself. He was told this by someone who is in the government. So for now, he wants to keep that person secret for that person's own sake, and he wants to get the documents released to the committee. But he has to get them from the intelligence community.
King also says that Chairman Nunes had an absolute obligation to inform the president of what he had learned, and that his visit to the White House was completely appropriate. John Hines, One American News, Washington.